Your body hates muscle. To your organism, it's not about beauty or strength. It's an expensive parasite that burns energy even while you sleep. From an evolutionary standpoint, the ideal human isn't a mountain of muscle. It's a lean endurance machine built to survive on a handful of berries. So, when you decide to get jacked, your body fights back. It doesn't want to grow. It wants to save energy. The whole process of bulking up is essentially a war where you have to convince your body that if it doesn't get stronger, it simply won't survive. Right now, you're going to find out exactly how to do that. The volume of your muscles depends on the volume of the load you put on them. Meaning, to trigger growth, you need to lift a heavy enough weight a sufficient number of times. But this is where many people make one massive mistake. They think the point is to immediately grab the heaviest weight possible and just force that barbell up. But your muscles don't see how many plates you've slapped on the bar. They only understand one language: mechanical tension. Look at how completely different the exact same movement can look with the exact same weight. The difference in results will be night and day. And this brings us to a crucial point. Your brain is going to try to cheat you. It'll try to engage momentum, your joints, your tendons, anything to take the load off the target muscle. Your job is to lock that down. The point of bodybuilding isn't just to move maximum weight, it's to maximize the load on the target muscles. If you're lifting 65 pounds, but doing it with a violent swing, your muscles only feel about 30 pounds. You are literally stealing gains from yourself. Control the movement smoothly, command every single inch of it, and feel the burn. That burn is a chemical signal sent straight to the cell nucleus. Hey, this is hard. We need to reinforce the structure. We need growth. Now, the main question: what should the load look like? A few times a day, you lift a kettle that weighs about 5 pounds. But why doesn't that make you grow? Because your biceps adapted to it a long time ago. It's a familiar weight that pretty much never changes. And here is rule number 1. To grow muscle, you need to train near failure. This is the point where you couldn't possibly do another rep while maintaining perfect form. At this exact moment, your muscles receive the stimulus to grow. Rule number 2, progressive overload. The load must increase. Our body is a genius adapter. The moment it gets used to a load, it stops seeing a reason to change. Therefore, your job is to regularly increase that load. In practice, it looks like this. You can increase the working weight, do more reps, add more sets, rest a little less to increase training density without losing quality, or move slower to increase time under tension. But what do people usually say to that? Man, if it were that simple, we'd all be lifting tons and looking like mutants. Those people don't understand that progress isn't linear. It comes in waves. There are periods of sickness, accumulated fatigue, and breaks in training, after which your working weights will drop. And that is totally normal. Moreover, as you get more experienced, the quality of every single rep goes up because your mind-muscle connection improves. You start engaging the target muscles much better. Your form becomes cleaner, muscle elasticity increases, and because of that, your range of motion deepens. All of this increases the load on the muscles, even if the weight on the bar stays the exact same. Plus, there's this thing called periodization, where you back off the load by 1 step so you can take 2 steps forward later. This allows your nervous system to recover instead of burning out, helping you smash through training plateaus. Note, if you want a proven, battle-tested workout plan where all of this is smartly structured and ready to go for you, you can grab it via the link below this video. But before we move on, it's vital to understand that the speed of your progress will change. At the start, you'll make gains fast, and your body will noticeably change every single month. But when you've been training for 10 years, even gaining 2 pounds of muscle a year is a massive win. This is where genetics come into play. Muscle shapes, bone levers, growth potential. It's all individual. And then there's the natural limit, after which progress becomes incredibly slow and demands insane effort. But almost everyone worrying about their natural limit hasn't even come close to it. The main ceiling usually isn't genetics. It's just that the person lacks a system, a clear plan, progression, consistency, and 2 other crucial factors. So, you've given the signal, stimulated the muscles to grow, you walk out of the gym, and at that exact moment, you actually become weaker. It's a paradox. Training destroys your muscles, but growth happens when you rest. During sleep, your body produces up to 80% of its testosterone and growth hormone. To put it simply, They repair the muscle fibers, making them thicker, which we see as our muscles getting bigger. But the catch is, this takes time, at least 7 to 8 hours a night. That's how you keep your testosterone levels primed, feel great because your body actually manages to recover and convert your gym effort into actual growth. But this growth doesn't happen out of thin air. To build mass, you must create a calorie surplus, meaning you need to eat more than you burn. And it's not just about creating a surplus, it's about what that surplus consists of. A solid macro split is 30% protein, the building blocks for your muscles, 20% fats, essential for vitamin absorption and hormone production, 50% carbs, your main energy source, both for your workouts and just getting through the day. Think of this whole system as a piece of music. The workouts are the vocals, the main signal to grow. Recovery is the background process, the audio mixing, the stuff most people don't even think about. But without it, the track won't hit right. And nutrition is the electricity that powers all the instruments you're using. When all of this is tuned properly, you grow. Also, many people don't want to become huge. They just want to look aesthetic. Wide shoulders, a visible chest, shredded abs. But there's a catch. Muscles in our body have antagonists, meaning they perform opposite functions. Biceps and triceps, abs and lower back extensors, chest and back, and so on. If you overemphasize your chest but don't balance the load on your back muscles, the tight chest muscles will pull your shoulders forward, ruining your posture. The same goes for your abs. If your lower back extensors lag behind, your spinal stabilization is compromised, and you'll develop discomfort or even lower back pain. To prevent this, always balance the load between antagonist muscles. In closing, think about this. Have you ever noticed how one guy in the gym constantly progresses while another goes there for years and looks exactly the same? The secret is one word: intensity. Most people never actually push to their limit. They stop the moment it starts to feel uncomfortable. But muscle growth lives past that comfort zone. Those last 2 or 3 reps, when your brain is literally negotiating with you whether to keep going or quit, those are the most valuable. Those are the ones that force growth. The first 10 reps were just a warm-up for these final 2. On your next workout, try to do just 1 more rep past what you had planned. It's a very simple but incredibly powerful step toward changing your body. The main thing is being willing to put in the work and not expecting results the very same night. Growth takes time. Of course, for some people, grinding for even a month to see a noticeable result feels like too long. But here's a very simple truth. That time is going to pass anyway. A month from now, you will either be in the exact same spot you are today, or you'll be a couple of pounds heavier, stronger, and looking at yourself in a completely different way. The time will pass regardless. The only question is, how are you going to spend it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.